And for more analysis on APEC, let's go live to Shen Yamei. She's the director of the Department for American Studies at the China Institute of International Studies. Thank you so much for joining us from Qingdao.
Thank you, Eileen.
Well, first I want to get your reaction to President Xi's speech today to other member economies. What do you think he's trying to say to other leaders?
President Xi's participation in this occasion is a very good opportunity for China and the world, and also for China and the U.S. to exchange ideas about each other after many years of turbulences in U.S.-China relations. I think the world is looking upon us for an anchor of stability, and China and the U.S. In the format of a summit meeting in this time can prove to be an anchor of stability, not only for bilateral relations, but also for the APEC members, for the meeting, and maybe for the wider international audience.
Yeah, as we mentioned, everyone is still talking about the summit between President Xi and Biden outside of APEC yesterday. And we saw some video of them walking around the grounds of that estate, some light moments we are looking at today, sharing some stories. What do you make of the optics that we saw there, and what does that mean for relations between the world's two largest economies? Moving forward, what do you think we'll see next, post-APEC?
Yes, summit meeting and also person-to-person relationship between China and the U.S. always play a very important role in boosting bilateral relations. It's a security valve to explain mutual differences, and also it's an opportunity to build upon past consensus that we have achieved, like the Bali consensus. And for after 5 years of U.S. abrupt turn in its China policy, I think we both need some light moments in bilateral interactions to relieve the pressure on China-U.S. relations. So it's really a major event, and it's worth a big applause. But looking past the summit and the APEC, really there are some question marks lingering on, like whether we can put our commitment into action, into deed. We have seen that some working groups have been established, some communication mechanisms have been resumed. It's really a very good manner to relieve more vigor and vitality between bilateral relations. But whether the commitment is sincere, whether they are to be matched with further actions in the future, and also whether they are sustainable, are really worthy of even more efforts between us.
We have about a minute left. I want to ask you about some of the other bilateral meetings that President Xi had with other leaders. He met with the leaders of Mexico, Peru, as well as many others. Talk about the goals there for China, and do you think that President Xi achieved his goals so far?
Well, I think the goal is for international cooperation and also for economic cooperation on this APEC platform. 30 years we have been through together, through ups and downs of international economy, and we are going to witness even more maybe opportunities and challenges in the future. By cooperating and communicating with each other is much more important than staying on a certain trajectory of competition and confrontation. I think our participation in this format is just to input some positive signs of economic cooperation as a whole, not to be divided.
Yes, this is an economic conference. Shen Yamei, thank you so much for joining us from Qingdao. We appreciate your insight.
Thank you, Ellen.